Hello, welcome to Encouraging Word. We're going to be in Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. We'll pray and get started. Lord, thank you. Thank you for this day, and thank you that you've been with us through this year, Lord. I pray that everybody be safe on this night, and that you would look out with. I know you're looking out for us for this next year to come. Please help us to follow you more and to do your will more, Lord. Please help us. Guide us, Lord. Give us your wisdom. Amen. So, Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. Okay, Joshua 1:9. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest. So, we have God has, as Joshua speaking, Joshua, that we have been commanded. To be commanded is to have a charge laid on us. That we've been charged with some sort of orders. We've been given orders, and so. And as we read through the Bible, we've been given lots of things that we're supposed to, lots of orders that God has given us to do. But here specifically, we have Joshua is coming. He's leading these people into the Promised Land. Well, the land is currently the land at that time that they were going into was filled full of Canaanites. And these people were a bunch of little bands of people that were all separated and not really organized into a single group. They were kind of spread all over, but they were also a very morally depraved people. They were lawless and brutish. And that kind of lawlessness and brutality was commonplace where they were, and they practiced child sacrifice. And so they... you look at the different ways it was described, and where we are maybe not quite as bad as the Canaanites were, but if you live in the world, you're going to see a lot of similarities, and so they were coming in to this land, and they had this group of people there, and he's encouraging them to be strong. To be strong. To be strong means to be firm, to be hardened, to prevail, to be courageous, to be of good courage, and that means to be brave, to be stout, to be bold and determined, and to be not afraid, not afraid, not trembling, not terrified. Neither be thou dismayed. To not be broken or torn down. So he's encouraging them he's encouraging them, and in today we're looking at the end of one year and going into the next. And I hope that this next year leads a better year than what was before, but we know there's problems carrying into next year. We just have to realize that these problems can't just go away. As long as this country is headed the way it is, and that's away from God, there are some things we just cannot get away from, because that is the way a nation heading away from God looks. That's just the way it is. And so, as we know, there's going to be difficulties, we know there's going to be challenges, we know there's going to be things, but God's encouraging us to be strong, to be courageous as we come into this next year. we have a job to do. We've been given a command by God to go out and live life as a Christian. And so we need to be reading the Word. We need to stay together. We need to stick together. We need to pray and be there for one another. And we need to make sure that we really rely upon God, that we cling to Him, we run after Him. And so we need to encourage each other. We all need encouragement to continue to running after Christ in this new year. Many challenges we had over this next year may fade away, but new ones might come up. I don't know. Nobody's really sure exactly what's going on, what's going to happen this next year. But we can be assured that tomorrow's another day, and it'll bring whatever it brings. But God is with us. God is always with us. Satan is not standing off in the background, not being involved. He's involved even when things are good. We know that he's just waiting, biding his time. He's really good at sitting around and waiting for the right opportunity, but he's not the only one that we have to deal with. The world, as they're trying to squeeze us into their mold. But we shouldn't want to be squeezed into their mold. And our biggest enemy is our own self, our own flesh, our own old man. We're our biggest enemy we have. But God's calling us to be strong, to be courageous. We'll go to Ephesians 6. Ephesians 6, verse 10. We're going to read 10 through 13. So Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of His might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all, to stand. So, in the New Testament, kind of the same sort of way, Paul's encouraging us to be strong in the Lord and the power of His might, that we're strong in Him, and we take whatever it is in stride. God may choose difficulties to take us around them, or as it was through the wilderness with the children of Israel, they had to go through the wilderness. But He will look out for us one way or another. He is way wiser and all knowing. So He knows what's best, even if we don't always like the way things look. It's kind of the way it is when He can see the beginning from the end. So, we need to remember that we don't battle against the people of this world. We don't battle against them. We battle against the spiritual realm. We have a much higher war that we fight with God, and God's on our side, and He's doing all the real heavy lifting. So, but we need to be in prayer. That's our main weapon, is to come to God, come to God and pray, and to stick together with one another, to show love. It's kind of, sometimes people think it's sort of funny weapons, but they're the powerful weapons that have been shown to be to work throughout time, and God knows what He's doing. So, and we put on the armor of God and stand in God, to be firm, to be bold. So just an encouragement in this next year that we can look towards God and look towards each other, that continue on that path and straight down that road. So everybody take care. I hope everybody has a good night, and God bless, and see you next year.